to you by Kalshi. Make real money predicting sports with Kalshi, available in all 50 states. And you get a $20 free with promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, promo code SGPN. March is here, and SGPN is giving away $25K in Survivor Madness, winner take all guaranteed. One person will take home $25,000. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. New to Splash, use promo code SGPN. Play $5 to get $50 in bonus entries. Ton going on. March is here. Bay Hill is here, and I am excited for Bay Hill. One of my favorite events of the year. Look, I got the Bay Hill Scotty win over here. I got the API flag up here. This is an event that is it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's like one of the truest, just pure ball striking, complete test of golf. Strong field. We have a limited field signature event. I believe it's like 72 guys or something like that. But there will be a cut to 50 guys after Friday's round. 50 guys, and then anyone within 10 strokes of the lead. So let's get into it. Let's get into the DFS board. Scotty Scheffler leads the way, along with Xander, Tommy, and Rory above 10K. And I'll say right now, this is a Scotty week. This is a week where I believe Scotty will win. This is a week which I believe that Scotty will need to be in your DFS lineups. I don't care if he's 60%. Scotty is the guy to start your lineups with. I will say, also, I think, something we've never got before. Like, really, truly. When's the last time we got a Scotty Rory duel? Never. We were close at Portrush, but if there's a week, I believe that it's this week. Obviously, Bay Hill is a course that Rory's dominated in his career. We know what Scotty does here of the last 4 or 5 years. And Rory's finding himself. Rory's finding his game early, like he did last year. He found his game early. Scotty has played since Amex. They're both into form, not mid-season form, but close as they both have been to mid-season form at the same time ever right now. So I think if you want to do a Scotty Rory dual forecast, Scotty Rory anything, you want to just watch it, this is the week. I really think this is the week we're getting a Scotty and Rory battle over the weekend. So with that being said, we're just not going to be able to click Tommy, Xander, or Matt Fitz. I like them. I like them, Tommy, Xander, and Matt Fitz, but I can't. Like, Scotty's getting all my shares. If anyone's getting a few more shares, it's going to be Rory. So for now, we will start plugging Scotty Scheffler in, and I just can't go to these guys. If I have to pick one of these guys, it'd be Tommy. It would be Tommy. Tommy's going to mix at an extraordinary rate this year. He's going to be playing. He's going to be there. I will say he's going to be there. But Scotty is going to be our guy. We just can't fit Xander or Tommy or even Matt Fitz for that matter. Matt Fitz is going to be a chalky golfer this week, and I think it's definitely warranted. He is hitting the ball so well and just not making any damn putts, which is kind of unlike Matt Fitz. Like, I feel like he's a golfer who is generally a really damn good putter. He's got good course history here. He's playing well, and I love what he's doing with the ball striking. So, I do like Matt Fitz, but like I said, I just can't get to him, and I think it will be for our benefit in DFS that we're not going to be getting to him because he's going to be a little bit inflated in terms of ownership, more than he probably should. Another guy who I'm expecting to be a little chalky is Cameron Young. Cameron Young. I love Cameron Young. Like, I have a Cameron Young problem just like you guys do. But this time around, he's coming in with some nice form. T7 after a nice Sunday at Riviera. Nice weekend at Riviera. Hit the ball, gained 2 off the tee, gained 4.5 on approach. Posted his best off the tee week since Torrey Pines. So it's good to see Cam Young hitting it well. He's got some decent results here, T10 and T13. Last year he missed the cut, but I do think this is a really good golf course for Cam Young. I don't hate the price, and the price is going to make him a owned golfer for sure. Towards the middle of this 9K range, I wouldn't mind going back to Colin Morikawa, because remember what I said about Colin Morikawa last week at last start at Riviera. I didn't think Riviera was a Colin Morikawa golf course, and he played really well. He's finding that fade again. Fairways, greens, fairways, greens, fairways, greens. And obviously the revenge factor from this event last year, I think does matter. So Colin Morikawa and Cameron Young are probably my favorites in this 9K range. Towards the 8K range, we got Harris English all the way down to Ricky Fowler. I want to touch on Shane Lowry because obviously what we saw yesterday was sad. It was sad, and Shane Lowry blew it like he always does. But I don't know how anyone didn't expect that. He's a prolific loser in these regards. He gags it more times than he obviously more times than he's won it. But go look what he did in Dubai just a few weeks back. Finished T3 at the Dubai Invitational, gagging it on 18. But Shane has not lost strokes off the tee or on approach at any point this year on the PGA Tour. So Shane's coming in with really, really good form, and he's coming in with really good course history. 7th here in 2025, 3rd here in 2024. He's not doesn't have to win this week. He's playing good enough golf to find himself back in a top 10 position. So I want to go ahead and click Shane Lowry at $8,100, and that gives us a decent spot. So I do like Shane Lowry towards the middle of this 8K range. Victor Hovland is always gets me going around Bay Hill. The short game off the tight Bermuda is tough, but off the thick rough, I'm not really worried. I'm excited to get out there tomorrow and see what the course conditions are. So obviously, and I guess that's a good segue to plug. I will be at Bay Hill tomorrow, getting the Boots Report, getting all of the information. So go over to my Twitter at Matt_Gannon and find out how to get all that information. You've probably seen some people posting about it. A ton of really useful stuff came in last week's Boots Report specifically, but there's always some fun stuff that I like to see that I find when I'm out there. But yeah, Victor Hovland, he's missed a cut here last year, but outside of that, he's got a T10, a runner-up, and he usually hits the ball well here. He's not in the mid-season approach form, mid-season off the tee form, but he gained strokes off the tee, gained strokes on approach for the first time in the 2026 PGA Tour season. So I don't mind Victor Hovland. I think we're coming to a point of no return with Jake Knapp, or a point of stop. I think we're getting a little bit too high. This is not a course that I love Jake Knapp at. I know long and straight off the tee helps here a lot, but I just think we're getting a little bit too high, and I would not want to go to any. I would go to Patrick Cantlay at the top of this 8K range. I don't know why Harris English's price is high. Ben Griffin, I love Ben Griffin, but he's kind of regressing recently. So Patrick Cantlay has been, he's Patrick Cantlay, but he's as consistent as, he's just Patrick Cantlay consistency. Like, I don't expect him to win. Nice little comfy T9 for Patrick Cantlay. And then interesting to see what the industry does with with Ludwig Aubert come like Wednesday night. I would like to see what his ownership is like, but so I'm not going to give a real take about him now because I want to just see what he becomes. I could see him getting a little bit overlooked. And then Chris Gotterup. I think this is another just great price for Chris Gotterup. Like, why is he all the way down here? He's number 2 in the FedEx Cup, like top 10 in the world. And he's won twice already. And he has been hitting the driver well, doing everything well. The putter has been a little bit of a mess. But he lives in Florida now. He should be used to these fast Bermuda greens at Bay Hill. He has never played here, though. But interesting to see Chris Gotterup. Okay. 7K range. Minwoo Lee is a guy that I always like at Bailey. So I almost said Bailey. Bailey is I'm from a place in New Jersey called Tom's River, and our only golf course is called Bailey. So I play there a lot, and I'm probably going to say Bailey a few times this week. Bay Hill. Minwoo Lee, I do like at Bay Hill. And he's getting a little chalky. He's coming off of 2 really good starts, and I thought we were early with him at Pebble. We had him at Pebble as a runner-up at low ownership. Then he gained some chalk at Riviera, and he finished T12. But look at this stat line. He gained 5 off the tee, lost 6 strokes on approach, and gained another 6-stroke short game. Yeah, that does check out for Minwoo Lee, but he's such an unserious middle and long iron player. It's going to catch up to him, especially at a course like Bay Hill, where you have to hit solid and stern mid iron shots. So I think Minwoo Lee is a great fade, in my opinion, for this week. Jacob Bridgman, Justin Thomas is back. Good to see Justin Thomas back towards the bottom of this 7K range. Anyone that catches my eye, Ryan Gerard really catches my eye. I want to see what the people do to him after going max last week all the way to the top and didn't really pan out. But Ryan Gerard gained 7 strokes ball striking. Just about 7 strokes ball striking, 6.5 strokes ball striking at the Cognizant Classic. It was his second best ball striking performance of the year. Obviously, he lost strokes putting. Obviously, he lost strokes around the green. That's Ryan Gerard. But this is a golf course where the ball striking will prevail, and putting him in your lineups will definitely work out. I think him leave 6-8 on the table. Scotty, Lowry, Gerard. I think Ryan Gerard is a great candidate for the bottom of the 7K range. For the middle of the 7K range, I wouldn't mind going to Spieth. I just like Spieth around Bay Hill. Remember a few years ago when he had that little duel with Rory? I think that was the year Kurt won. But I've liked what I've been seeing with Spieth off the tee, even though the numbers aren't really panning out. I do think he's close. Small lines. So he's T30, T4, T4 in his only trips at Bay Hill. But I do like him at this golf course. I think it sets up for him well, especially if you could find some fairways. I do like what the iron play is doing right now. So Spieth towards the middle. Towards the top of this 7K range, I would prefer Maverick McNeely. I know I kind of skipped that range, but it would be McNeely. He's coming off of a bad week at Riviera. I believe he was one of the few people who missed the cut at Riviera, which is a little bit shocking. But he did have a nice driving week. He had his worst putting week since Truist of 2025. So it was simply a bad putting week for Maverick McNeely. I do think he bounces back. He does not have the best course history, plus the miscut, which was all putter. He's going to be super, super low owned. I think he's a great pivot in the middle of the 7K range, get different with Scotty. So now it's time for the moment of truth. The 6K range, where we get different, where we find some guys who can simply make the cut and pair with Scotty. So we have 6-8 remaining. The first guy that I'm going to put in, I already know who it's going to be, and I guess I'll just search him. I got to fix my screen, but I'll search him. That is Joel Damon at $6,300. So we were on Joel Damon at 100-1 last week, and then DFS at the Cognizant Classic. He obviously played really well. He was there on the weekend. I think he just couldn't make any putts, and that's exactly what I'm about to say. Joel Damon hit the ball so well at PGA National. Truly, as good as I've seen Joel Damon hit it in a long time. Statistically, he gained 3.7 off the tee, 5.5 on approach, lost 1.5 around the green, and a half a stroke putting. Finished T9, finished T7 at Torrey Pines. Those are some big boy golf courses. Torrey Pines Bay Hill the PGA National is no slouch. I know it's changed over the years, but it's no slouch. He's missed his last two cuts here. He's missed a cut here in 2019, but 2020 is a T5 here, gaining almost 10 strokes ball striking. Joel Damon is hitting the ball so well right now. He's got it on a string, and at $6,300, at the very least, I think he can make this cut, and we know what his ceiling could be. So now we have 7-1 to work with, but I want to look at one more guy in the 6K range. Someone that I think we can get early on. That's Sungjae Im. Sungjae Im is here making his first start in a long time. But one thing Sungjae Im really prefers is firm and fast conditions. Sungjae does not like those soft greens where you spin it off. He doesn't really know how to control the spin. But when it's firm, he can just hit his normal stock shot, and it will react on the greens how he wants it. He's finished T3 here twice. He's never missed a cut here. Sungjae is very, very comfortable around Bay Hill, and he's never lost strokes putting here, which is really important. Do I know where his game is at right now? No, I can't say he's going to come in great form, but I will be out there tomorrow, and I'll definitely be getting a Sungjae Im report. I'll be speaking with his caddy, so get to the site and definitely look at the Sungjae Im report. But for now, Sungjae Im will be my second 6K guy in, and that leaves us all the way to 7-8. 7-8 we have to work with, which I think is more than I could have asked for with the Scotty Lowry lineup. And we'll just go with Maverick McNeely. I talked about how much I love Maverick McNeely, so that's the lineup. I love this a lot. I usually leave some on the table, but it's kind of just worked out where we didn't, and there's no one says you can't go all the 50K. So Scotty, Lowry, Gerard, Maverick, Sungjae, Joel Damon. That's the lineup. That does it. Tune in later this afternoon for the betting show with Dom, and I'll be at Bay Hill tomorrow. Like I said, any questions, you know where to find me. I'll catch you guys very soon.